One tiny little argument. You got to look at first of all, the oldest written records on planet Earth. The oldest written records on planet Earth are the Sumerian tablets. Now, Sumerian tablets talk extensively about human origins and human activity on Earth before any other documentation. The Sumerian tablets that we have, there are hundreds of thousands of them that have been found and deciphered. Many thousands have been deciphered. Not all of them have been deciphered, but now, you know, many universities have actually got Sumerian tablet translation departments. So if you go and do research now, as opposed to even when I was writing Slave Species, you'll find a lot more translations that will support this argument. It talks extensively about you know, what happened to humans, where humans came from, and how they were created, and who created them, and what they did, and the obsession with gold, and all this kind of stuff. And that brings me to the other thing. You know, when you start tracing back human origins, the 2 or 3 common denominators that you cannot get away from are absolutely overwhelming. And those 3 common denominators are, first of all, that you cannot separate humankind from their obsession with gold. As far back as you go, this obsession with gold has always been there. Even in Genesis 2, God already says, I will take you to the land of Eden where there's gold. The river runs through the land of Eden where there is gold. Or I'll take you to the land of milk and honey where the land is good, the water is good, and the gold is good. Suddenly God becomes this obsessive creature that wants to collect gold. Okay, so you've got to question that. So who was this God that was suddenly so lustful for gold? You know, this creator of the universe and all things in it suddenly wants little shiny things. Come on. Okay, the next thing, the other common denominator is that slavery, as far back in human history as you can go, man has always practiced slavery. He's either enslaved others or been enslaved. Now, you've got to ask yourself, where did man get that original idea of taking other people and enslaving them? When they were all created equal and all lived happily on this planet, and suddenly one group said, well, you're not good enough, we're better than you, we're going to work for us and get no money, and we're going to treat you like crap. And not only that, but God actually condones it. God gives you instructions how to treat your slaves, and that if a slave does certain things, you may actually kill your slave. You know, it's wonderful that God will give you instructions. First of all, give me all your gold, and then if your slave misbehaves, it's okay to kill them. And then thirdly, is that in all of human history and all the mythologies, from Africa to the Americas or the European mythologies, all the way through Asia up to the Far East, the creator God in all human mythologies is the winged serpent, or the flying serpent, or the feathered serpent. Now you've got to ask yourself, how is that possible? How is it possible that some 10,000 BC and 5,000 BC and a long, long time ago, we can't even imagine, well, some of us can't imagine, but all these groups and pockets of civilization sprung up all over the planet. And they all shared the same creator God. They drew little pictures of him that looked the same all over the planet. And they built pyramids from America to Africa to the Near East and the Middle East, all the way through to China. There are huge pyramids in the central sort of area of China that no one is allowed to go into. It's been kept a secret for hundreds and thousands of years. Nobody even knows about those pyramids. And so it goes. So when you start putting all this together, you realize that, my goodness, there's